12 confrontations happened between Lebanon and Israel starting from 1948 till 2011. So in today's video, we're going to talk to you about the whole story between those two countries. If you're interested, watch it till the end. Let's start from the beginning. Between May 15, 1948 and June 6, 1948, the newly created Lebanese Army engaged in a battle against Israeli enemy forces which occupied the town of Malki in northern Palestine. The Lebanese Army managed to liberate the town and handed it over to the Arab Salvation Army, which was formed at the time. The commander of the attacking Lebanese unit, Captain Mohammed Ghayab, martyred during the battle alongside 8 other Lebanese troops, while enemy forces suffered from severe casualties and damages. The Lebanese soldiers showed extreme courage during combat. After a long time, on June 4, 1967, Israeli soldiers engaged war against the neighboring Arab countries Syria, Egypt, and Jordan. We know that you're wondering right now about the connection between this war and Lebanon. But this is how everything began. Despite the fact that the war did not include Lebanon, our beloved country provided logistic and health support to the Arab countries that were involved. In addition, Israel occupied the Lebanese farms of Sheba and the hills of Barzba in the southern region of Arad. The Israeli occupation of these Lebanese territories continues until this day. Then, on the 13th of April 1975, the conflict broke out in Lebanon because of the civil war over the Lebanese internal area and the Israeli factor that aimed to strike at the Lebanese people's unity. In consequence, the incidents persisted for long years and the Israeli enemy took advantage of this fact. The Israeli enemy forces invaded Lebanon. However, these conflicts never stopped any interactions and gathering joining brothers in arms. This achievement enabled the national resistance to win the fight against the Israeli enemy and manage to liberate the land. 3 years later, on the 14th of March 1978, the Israeli enemy forces invaded parts of South Lebanon as part of the Litany operation, which lasted 7 days. This invasion resulted in heavy losses and material damages, and the Lebanese army courageously confronted the enemy aircraft and advancing units, and many martyrs and many soldiers were injured during the battle. After 4 years of peace, on the 6th of June 1982, the Israel enemy launched another destructive invasion under the name Peace of the Galilee, where its armed forces reached the capital Beirut, the West Bekaa and Mount Lebanon. The victims during this operation amounted to 50,000 martyrs and injured individuals, in addition to the huge destruction. The army confronted this aggression with all the available weapons, while its posts were subjected to air raids that led to the destruction of several barracks and military posts, mainly the barrack of Mohammed Ghayab in Sidon and the barrack of Issam Chanoun in Nabati. The army gave many martyrs and many troops were injured during the fight. Then, in July 1993, the Israeli enemy launched an attack against Lebanon that lasted 7 days. The operation was given the name Settlement, and targeted facilities, bridges, power plants, and residential areas, causing mortality in lives and a huge destruction in properties and infrastructure. The army was once again present to confront the aggression, and its forces confronted the air raids. The army stood by its citizens during this period, assisted them, and protected them while traveling into safer regions. 3 years later, in April 1996, the Israeli enemy launched another operation that lasted 16 days, and it was given the name Grapes of Wrath, where the Israelis burned grounds and targeted a UNIFIL post which was used as a protection by unarmed innocent citizens. Army units deployed in the south confronted the Israeli aggression with all the available means at their disposal, despite the fact that their posts were directly targeted. But sadly, the enemy was still in Lebanon. Back to the beginning of the 1990s, the Army Command punctually deployed half of the Army staff at the confrontation lines with the Israeli enemy, in the south and in West Bekaa, with all available means and ways. As a result of the unity of the national stance, and the resistance of the army in its posts, as well as the fast attacks of resistance. In an unprecedented war, the Israeli enemy was forced to retreat from the widest part of the south and west camp, therefore leading to the liberation in May 25, 2000. Once again, the Israeli enemy channeled its destructive weapons towards Lebanon in an open war that began from the south. On the 12th of July 2006, the aggression targeted army posts all over Lebanon and committed massacres, causing the fall of 47 martyrs and several numbers of injured individuals, where the blood of soldiers fused with the blood of innocent citizens. On 14 August at 8 am, the Israeli aggression came to a termination in the execution of the Security Council Resolution 1701 issued on November 8, 2006, which specifies the end of all combat actions. So, the refugees started their journey back to their lands and homes, and the Lebanese army rushed to the southern borders after over 30 years of absence, and that in the execution of the decision of the Lebanese government stipulating the deployment of the army in the south of Lebanon reaching the Blue Line, and to reach the authority of the state in that region just as the other Lebanese regions, as well as supporting the resistance of citizens and keeping up with the reconstruction of their villages. But unfortunately, this wasn't the end of the confrontation, because 4 years later, on the 3rd of August 2010, an Israeli patrol trespassed the technical line at the outskirts of Edais into invaded Lebanese territories, which led the army force deployed in the region to confront the patrol and clash with it for several hours. During the battle, the enemy used heavy weapons against army posts and residences of civilians, which resulted in the martyrdom of 2 soldiers and a citizen as well as the injury of others, while the enemy lost several martyrs and injured individuals. The confrontation came to a stop with the withdrawal of the attacking patrol back to its posts. In a similar incident that occurred on the 1st of August 2011, army forces deployed in the region of Wazani confronted an Israeli patrol that trespassed 30 meters into the withdrawal line in the Lebanese territories. As a result of the confrontation, the patrol of the enemy was forced to go back to its posts, with no injuries being recorded among the army members. This was the whole story of the Lebanon-Israel confrontation. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.